Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sheena Bansal. I hope all of you are doing well. So today we will start with humerus bone. As you can see here, see firstly head of humerus. This is a head of humerus. This is your head of humerus. It is directed medially, and this is lesser tubercle. It faces anteriorly, and this is greater tubercle. It faces laterally. Now see shaft. Shaft is rounded in its upper part and triangular in its lower part. You can see triangular and you can see rounded in its upper part. Now see borders. This is the anterior border. This is the anterior border which goes upward and makes lateral lip of intertubercular sulcus. This is the anterior border. Yes. This is a lateral border. This is a lateral border. And this is the medial border on medial side. It has three surfaces. In between the anterior and lateral border, anterolateral surface. In between the medial border and anterior border, anteromedial surface. And on the posterior side, here is posterior surface. Anterior border forms anterior margin of deltoid tuberosity. This is your anterior border. Anterior border forms anterior margin of deltoid tuberosity. When we will continue anterior border, it will form lateral lip of intertubercular sulcus. Yes. When you will continue medial border, it will form medial lip of intertubercular sulcus. Lateral border, in its middle part, it is interrupted by radial or spiral groove. This is lateral border. In its middle part, it is interrupted by radial groove. On anterolateral surface, here is deltoid tuberosity on which deltoid muscle get attached. You can see here. Anteromedial surface forms floor of intertubercular sulcus. Posterior surface has radial groove. Yes. Now we are seeing posterior surface. See radial groove here. Here radial nerve and profunda brachii artery passes. Now see its lower end. So you can see articular part is capitulum and trochlea. Capitulum attaches with radius and it makes joint with ulna. Trochlea makes joint with ulna and capitulum with radius. Non-articular parts are medial epicondyle. This is medial epicondyle. This is lateral epicondyle. These are non-articular parts. Lateral supracondylar ridge, medial supracondylar ridge. This is the coronoid fossa above trochlea. Above capitulum is radial fossa. These are non-articular parts. And on the posterior side, here is olecranon fossa as I have marked. Now see greater tubercle, which is on the lateral aspect. Here on the greater tubercle, supraspinatus, infraspinatus and teres minor muscles get attached. On the intertubercular sulcus, latissimus dorsi on the floor, teres major on the medial lip and pectoralis major on the lateral lip get attached, and on the lesser tubercle, subscapularis muscle get attached. This is anatomical neck. This is the surgical neck, and 5 cm below surgical neck is morphological neck. Now see lateral epicondyle and lateral supracondylar ridge. On the anterior surface of lateral epicondyle, common extensor origin muscles get attached, and on the posterior surface of lateral epicondyle, anconeus muscle get attached. Now see lateral supracondylar ridge. On the upper 2/3 brachioradialis muscle get attached, and on the lower 1/3 extensor carpi radialis longus muscle get attached. This is your medial epicondyle. On the medial epicondyle anterior surface, common flexor origin muscles get attached, and on the medial supracondylar ridge, on the lower 1/3 pronator teres muscle get attached. Now see medial border. On the middle of medial border, coracobrachialis muscle get attached, as I have written here. On the medial border, in its middle part, coracobrachialis muscle get attached. Deltoid. On the deltoid tuberosity, on the anterolateral surface, as we have done earlier, deltoid muscle get attached on deltoid tuberosity on the anterolateral surface. Now you are seeing posterior surface. We know tricep muscle has 3 heads, that is long head, lateral head and medial head. Long head attached on infraglenoid tubercle of scapula, lateral head attached on oblique ridge on the posterior aspect of humerus. Now you can see oblique ridge is present above radial groove, on the posterior surface. Here is oblique ridge. On the oblique ridge, lateral head of tricep muscle get attached. Below the radial groove, medial head of tricep muscle on the posterior surface get attached below the radial groove. You can see here. On the anteromedial surface near its middle, near the medial border, here is nutrient foramen. Oblique ridge is present in its upper part of posterior surface, and radial groove is in middle 1/3 on posterior surface. Now see trochlea. Medial edge of trochlea projects down 6 mm more than the lateral edge, which forms a carrying angle. You can see coronoid fossa here. Coronoid fossa accommodates coronoid process of ulna when elbow is flexed. Radial fossa accommodates head of radius when elbow is flexed, and your olecranon fossa accommodates olecranon process of ulna when elbow is extended. So this was all about humerus bone. So we end our session here. Thank you so much.